Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you in person tonight, but I still wanted to share with you about what God did in my life in Guatemala this week. My first trip to Guatemala was in 2000, just after I finished my freshman year of high school. Since then, I've been to Guatemala, I think, another 18 times, including an 8-week internship in 2009. Last year was my first summer building trip since 2014. During the trip last summer, I came home with a burden for the teenagers and young adults at Friendship Baptist Church. Both foreign and local mission trips and youth camps helped shape the person I am today. It was because of our work in Guatemala at Casa Alleluia that Brandon and I decided to grow our family through international adoption. I was burdened for our young people because I knew that they were not involved in this ministry that was so foundational for me. Unfortunately, I came home, got busy, and didn't do anything about it. I began to believe the devil's lies. When it came time to sign up for this year's trip, I didn't sign up. I thought I didn't have anything to offer. I'm not a great house builder like Mr. Scott and Mr. Jeff. I don't speak Spanish like Laura. It's not easy for me to play with and love on little kids that I don't know. I've always under, I've always struggled with understanding my spiritual gifts, and I just felt inadequate. In December, I felt God leading me to come to Guatemala and asked Brother Teddy if there was still room on the trip, but I still didn't purchase a ticket. In February, he convinced me to go, but I still wasn't sure about it. When I arrived in Guatemala, I was reminded over and over again that it wasn't about me and my abilities in the first place. 1 Peter 4:10 is painted on the wall in the upper room of the mission house. It says, "Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms." Even though I don't feel like I have much to give, God can use me if I let Him. This week for me was all about relationships. In this first picture is Daniel and his family. We started sponsoring Daniel when he was in kindergarten, and he's now in 5th grade. I've had the opportunity to see him and his family every year since 2021. This year he recognized me immediately and was so happy to see me. When his family came to eat dinner with me at the mission house, they brought me gifts. In 2021, Soy brought me to visit them in their home. I believe it was built by Grace Ministries. It's one room for Mom, Dad, and 3 boys, ages 11, 14, and 18. I was overwhelmed by their gift to me. I know that they sacrificed far more to give me a gift than I have ever sacrificed to pay for his sponsorship. Coming to Guatemala year after year gives me the opportunity to build a relationship with Daniel and his family that I am so grateful for. Throughout the week, I was also able to build relationships with other North Americans on the trip. The first night of the trip, by 9 o'clock, most of the adults had gone to bed, and the teenagers were sitting around scrolling on their phones. I thought about women like Miss Myrtle, Miss Cecil, and Miss Tina, and I decided to become the fun chaperone. Through 18 years of teaching middle school and high school, God has given me the ability to understand and relate to teenagers. So I got out a pack of Uno cards. We had such a great time playing cards together every night, and I was able to begin building relationships with these young people. I hope that I will be able to pour into their lives the way so many of you have poured into my life over the years. I'm beginning to think about what we can do together moving forward to grow Grace Ministries. First, we have to pray. Pray for Deidre and her girls, along with all of the workers on Grace Mountain. If you sponsor a child, pray for them. Pray that the cycle of poverty will be broken in their families and that they will receive Christ as their Savior. Second, we need to give. You can give directly to Grace Ministries or SLAM, which is Deidre's ministry. 100% of the money you give to Grace goes directly to Guatemala. You can also give through next week's cake auction. This ministry provides emergency food supplies for the school children on weekends and school holidays. I cannot imagine not being able to feed my children, but for many of these families, their prayer is quite literally, "Give us this day our daily bread." Third is to serve. Brother Teddy often quotes Henry Blackaby from Experiencing God, where he wrote, "Seek to find where God is already working and join him in that work." God is working at Friendship Baptist Church. He is working through our bus ministry. He's working in our sports ministry. He's working in our children and our young people. He's also working in Guatemala. Find where he's working and join him in that work. The last thing that we need to do is go. If you've never been to Guatemala or you haven't been in many years, you need to go. Even if you don't feel like you have anything to offer, go. God will use you. Deidre said this week the best thing that you can do for her and her girls is to come to Guatemala, walk beside them, hold their hands, and live life with them for a little while. They need to know that we love them and that we support them. Finally, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported us on this trip. To the anonymous donor that paid the way for our students, thank you. To everyone that bought barbecue dinners, fish dinners, or concessions during the soccer season, thank you. And to everyone that gave financially, thank you. You will never fully know the impact that your gift had on us and the people that we were able to serve. Thank you.